lady calling CPS on me for my son running down to the end of a busy road, and him. And then another was from the school. His school called CPS on me saying that he had bruises that looked like handprints on him. And so
right now for this hour, Mr. Michael Lasalento. Hey, Michael, if the viewers or the listeners want to get in touch with you, let us have your telephone number at the office and your email address.
Thank you, Mr. Davis. It's the office telephone number is 951-273-3455, and my email is mjlasilento@yahoo.com. Again, phone number 951-273-3455. I'm located in Corona, and the email mjlasilento@yahoo.com. Thank you.
Very good. Okay, let's take another call right now from Aaliyah in Nevada. Aaliyah, did you have a story to tell or a question to ask?
Hello?
Hello.
Hi. So I just went to a case, what's going on. It's been open for a year and almost a year and a half now. My son is under the age of 2. He's been in foster care for a whole year. I got him back for family maintenance, and he ended up missing. And I got 2 phone calls of a lady calling CPS on me for my son running down to the end of a busy road, and him. And then another was from the school. His school called CPS on me saying that he had bruises that looked like handprints on him. And so they believed that it's his handprints on him. And I thought it was just from him playing and climbing, because he uses his shins a lot to climb on like these metal stairs. And even though I haven't done any drugs, I've been in recovery since March of 2020. I haven't touched any drugs or been around them at all. Somehow, some way, I came up positive for a fentanyl test, and I asked for a hair follicle test to prove that I'm not doing anything, because you can't fake a hair follicle test. It goes back 90 days. And they said no. And they said they believe the child is at risk, and they detained him December 9th after family maintenance. And I have court on Monday, and my mom, she was going through the steps to become a guardian of him or something like that. She's already completed all the steps, the live scan, the house inspection, all approved. She just has to hand in her driving record and finish the parenting classes online. But whenever I tried bringing it up to the CPS worker, she wouldn't give us any direction. I actually asked her supervisor about where to go. She gave us a lady's number. That lady never got back to my mom. My mom went to the court, and the court to get the petition, and the law center told her that the judge won't even look at it until after this case is over.
Okay, Aaliyah. Michael, let's assume that she's in California, not in Nevada. What would you tell Aaliyah?
Yeah, I'm in California. I'm in California.
Okay. Michael, what would you tell Aaliyah to do with her California case?
Okay, what county are you in California?
Nevada County.
In Northern California?
Yeah, Northern California.
Okay, well, number one, you're going to get court-appointed counsel. It's probably a new filing based on these new allegations. First of all, has any detective or police contacted you regarding this case?
No, only a social worker and a police officer came to ask me about the bruises, and they marked it as inconclusive because the baby couldn't tell them what happened, and I had no idea how he got them. He did have a bruise on his cheek too, but I didn't know how he got it. I just thought he was playing, got hurt.
Well, it's very important to understand there's two aspects of this case. If the police is investigating, there's a potential criminal case or liability for child endangerment on a criminal case. So you may want to talk to a criminal lawyer up there about your rights, about the right to remain silent. That also, because if they're accusing you of criminal conduct like child endangerment, because that can be a criminal case, you also should consult with your lawyer about what you say to the police or the social workers, because if they're accusing you of a potential child endangerment crime, you have to consider that. Now, as far as your mother, I would have her attend the hearing. Are they doing them in person up there? I'm not sure. Some are doing them on video or in person.
The social worker said she doesn't think it was me. She thinks it was my brothers or something. But the bruise is too small to be anybody's hand. They think it's somebody's hand. But my mom is going to come to the court with me. I told her she should file for the 388.
Well, you should tell your attorney exactly. You should have your mother appear at the hearing, and you need to ask for placement with your mother. Do you live together?
Currently, but I can move out.
Yeah, if you're living together, they won't place with your mother. Do you have another suitable relative that maybe can show up at the hearing on that day?
No, I can literally leave and move out like that day.
Yeah, I mean, if you're living together, and Mr. Davis can answer this and he can give you further information, you have to be concerned that they won't place with your mother. But if you leave, there's a change of address form you give to the court on the day of the hearing and show you're not in the same residence. Your mother would have a better chance for placement while this is pending. But Mr. Davis can further address this too.
You know what? I absolutely agree with Michael. You probably should leave before the hearing, which is Monday, so that you can go to the hearing and tell the judge, hey, judge, pending this case and the resolution, I've moved out of that home and my mother's living there. And you might want to also text or email or call the social worker and tell them the same thing. But you have to have the new address where you're living, where you've moved to, so that they can verify that you're not in the home anymore. And you want to make sure that when you do move out, that you take all your personal belongings, or at least most of them, and your clothes, because if your toothbrush is still in the bathroom, they're going to say, oh, she's still there. She's just lying. She hasn't really moved out. You know what I mean, Aaliyah? So you got to make it look like you moved out, and you got to have a new address where you can go to and, say, hey, come check me out at my new address. I'm, sleeping on the couch at my girlfriend's place. All right?
Okay. All right. So just move out and then have my mom file the petition and ask for a relative placement at the hearing and saying that I'll be moving out.
Yeah, but the most important part was what I told you last. Tell the social worker via email, text, or phone call that you've moved out, like tell her tonight or tomorrow, and tell her where you're now living, so that they can try to verify it.
And make sure you get your stuff out like Mr. Davis indicated, because they will come and inspect. And if they see, they'll go through your closets and stuff to verify that you're not there. If you're still there, they will not place with your mother. Mr. Davis is 100% correct. There's a form you need to have your attorney, that will appoint one, to give him a new address form. And make sure you fill that out. And the court, the social worker knows, okay?
Okay.
So, have the attorney give me a new address form?
Yeah, but I'm telling you to go ahead and move. Tell the social worker tonight or tomorrow via email, phone, and text, so that she can also go to the judge and say, yeah, judge, she moved. We verified it last night, or something like that. And it sounds like you said the social worker is kind of on your side. So make sure that you
No, the social worker is not on my side.
Oh, not on your side. I thought you said that the social worker told you that she thought one of your brothers did it.
She did say that, but she's also the one saying that she doesn't recommend, return.
Right, because you're living in the house right now. You haven't done anything to take that spotlight off of yourself while you work this out with your attorney and the social worker at future hearings. Okay?
Oh, okay.
All right.
All
Hey,
right.
I want to thank you for calling and thank you for listening, Aaliyah. And maybe in 3 or 4 weeks you can call in and let us know what's going on. Okay?
Okay. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Aaliyah.
Hey,
2 minutes.
hey, Michael, before we go on a break, I want to read a question from Erin Carranza. She says, what do you do if you find out that your ex has moved with your child and you share custody with the ex, but they never told you that they had moved? Now, this is a woman who had a prior CPS case. What do you think you would advise Ms. Carranza?
I would go to court. Obviously, you have to assert your rights. You have to. Did they move out of? The question though is where did they move from and to?
You know, she doesn't say in the question, but let's assume that they moved out of the county or even out of the state. What would you say?
Was this a CPS or family law case? That's
Well,
my first question.
Well, it's probably family law. I believe the CPS case may have closed.
Okay, then I would go to family court and I would ask to prevent the move away because if they move, generally you can move within, depending on the court order. If there's a family court order, you could stay within, if it's Southern California, the 4 counties. But if they move to another state, it's considered a move away, and the courts don't like move aways where one parent moves away from the other parent. The law in California is frequent and continuous contact with both parents unless there's some kind of detriment or reason for otherwise.
Right.
But I would assert my rights in court, go to court and try to prevent the move away and ask for an order back. That's what I would do for the minor to be returned.
Okay, very good. All right. This is The Secret, How to Fight CPS and Win, and we'll be right back after these messages.